Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Spicy Adventures. If you know where I am, this is Saratoga. This is a very popular meetup spot for a lot of supercars and motorcyclists. See a couple of riders right there enjoying the day like me. It is Tuesday. I want to say it's like January 16th or something, 14th, Tuesday, January 14th. And I just took a ride down the 9 and it's pretty nasty. You can see my bike is littered with road grime right now because it's so nasty on the 9. You know, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today, is just some of the hazards and mishaps that have happened very recently on the 9, because the weather is getting nicer, but it doesn't mean the roads are necessarily nicer. So you know, I want you guys to make sure you're still safe out there, and I'll take you through some of these road hazards right now, and you guys will see. So if you guys are familiar with this area, I'm sure if you're from the Bay Area you are. If you're anywhere from like Santa Clara or Sunnyvale or San Jose, maybe in San Francisco, right? Like you'll know that I'm right at the bottom of the mountains right now. I'm about to make my way up. Oh jeez, my bike is filthy. Look at this. It is so nasty. She's gonna need a wash when I get home. So bad. The 9 can get so nasty, you guys. And that's why I keep telling everybody to be careful out here. There's no need to go all out on these roads because there's just too many variables. You know what I mean? There's just way too many variables out here. Alright. You guys are pulling up, but I'm gonna head out. So we're gonna truck through the beautiful downtown of Saratoga here. A lot of cool little restaurants and wine tasting venues and stuff like that here. See a ton of supercars coming through. I just saw a Ferrari F8 roll through here, which is really cool. There's Anchors. That's a really good seafood place. Used to get my hair cut here by this lady, but I haven't been coming here recently because it's just a little, you know, coming down here too often is just kind of a hassle, so I don't really come down here anymore. I just kind of cut my hair myself. Right here at this Mai's Barber, that's where I used to come. Might still come there every once in a while, but I don't mind chopping up my hair myself. Not that big of a deal. This town is so pretty at night. All the lights are on and stuff. Looks like Christmas. But yeah, back to the subject, right? Talking about Highway 9, especially up from Saratoga here. It's an absolutely blast to ride. You guys have seen some of my videos, whether I'm in my car or on one of my motorcycles. You know, I've made a couple of videos, more than a couple of videos of Highway 9, you know, and the joys that it can bring, but it can also bring a lot of pain, excruciating pain, and horrible regret if you think that this road is a racetrack, right? Because it's not. This road is not a racetrack. It is still a road, and you should still respect the limits and the laws of this road. Like, this is a 20-mile-an-hour turn here, it says, and it's pretty sharp, especially at the end here, and it starts to tighten up with these barriers. I mean, I don't go 20 through there, but you should definitely, that should definitely tell you that you need to slow down and be careful a little bit. You know, Highway 9 from Saratoga is the best stretch of road to me when it comes to pure driving and riding exhilaration. And if you want to have the most fun when you have this road as a clean and clear road, it is absolutely great. The best stretch of road up here in the San Lorenzo Valley. It's smooth. There's big sweepers, switchbacks, right? Bank turns. You can carry a ton of speed, especially going uphill. You can carry like a ton of speed into these corners without even having to like use your brakes. You could just kind of let off the throttle and just let the bike roll into the corner because of the bank pavement. But you should still be careful because look at all the debris on the road still. You know, today's a beautiful 55 degrees out, and you might think, oh man, it's a great day for a ride, but if you saw my bike earlier, it's absolutely filthy and disgusting. There's so much loose gravel and debris and construction on the road that you might end up having a messed up day still. So please ride with caution, especially around this time of year. All time of the year you really should, but right now you should really be on your toes. Just a couple weekends ago, there was one rider crossing the double yellow line and he took out like 4 other bikes. You know, and you're like, what are you doing, my guy? You should totally not be doing that. Hey, look at all this. Look at all this mud right here. Evo and a GR86 racing each other. You know, so take heed, take caution. Don't be messing around too much up here. You know, I think there's one thing that people forget when they're riding and driving these roads, is that there's a lot of people that live up here, including myself, right? You know, I live in Boulder Creek, so, you know, I'm considered one of the locals now up here. I've been living up in Boulder Creek since March of 2024, and I've had my share of closed roads. We already have to deal with that enough, with trees down or the road falling out from underneath us, you know, or rock slides, right? There's so many reasons why the road can be closed already. And then some of you guys come up here and ride or drive and crash, and now you give us another reason to not be able to get home on time, you know, which is like really bad, you know. So, you know, thank you, my guy. Yeah, so like, you know, show the locals some respect up here by obeying the traffic laws, right? Don't be crossing double yellows in the blind corners, especially in the blind corners. You know, don't go all out. There's really no need to be riding this like you're riding on a track, going all out, dragging your knee through it, right? Barreling in the corners and stuff. There's really no need for that. It's not a race. There's no trophy at the end. Your trophy should be you getting home and being able to ride it again. That's what you should be trying to do, is get home. Like, look at this, see? There's a guy here stopping us in the middle of the road, right? And imagine if you're like barreling through all this stuff and you don't have the reaction time to stop. And look at how messy this part of the road is. This is where I probably got most of the grime and dirt on my car, because that giant rock slide is or that mudslide is still not 100% clear. Still pretty ugly, still pretty messed up. You guys can see how dirty the road is here. Like, it's pretty messed up here. Yeah, but the locals, you guys, you know, we see this stuff every weekend, and we're just trying to get home after a long ass day of work. You know, I just want to enjoy my drive home and get home in a timely manner. But then there's weekends where there's a lot of riders and a lot of cars, and I can't because of an accident. And you guys have to realize that the weekend is going to bring the most amount of riders and drivers up here, so you should take even more caution if you're coming up here on a weekend. On a weekday, it's kind of dead like this, right? There's not a ton of traffic and stuff. Thank you, my guy. There's not a ton of traffic and stuff on a weekday. Like, you can get away with a little bit more hooligan shenanigans and stuff. And like, I like speed just like the rest of you guys that ride, or most of you that ride, you know. I like to go fast. I'll never go too fast to where I'm worried about, oh my god, I'm gonna crash, right? And I know a lot of you guys have a lot of skill. I'm not saying that you don't have skill. There's a ton of riders up here that can probably outride me any day, especially on the street, right? Because I don't try nearly any of my potential out here. I'm pretty much just kind of cruising along, you know. I know what I can do at the racetrack, and I'm not trying to prove anything out here. I'm here just to ride and get home so I can ride again. I get it, sometimes you might run into a really slow person like this, but it's okay. You know, just wait it out. Hopefully they'll pull over, right? And if they don't pull over, oh well, you know, you just keep on riding. You know, I'm not gonna take the chance of passing this guy up if he doesn't make way for me. There's no point. I could be the next victim of oncoming traffic or something, right? Or debris in the road, especially in the middle lane here, right? There could be potentially a ton of debris, loose gravel, tree leaves, tree branches, stuff like that, you know, that could really mess up your ride. So yeah, you know, I've been stuck on Highway 9 at least twice due to accidents. I've been stuck on 84 due to a tree falling down. I've been stuck on Highway 9 after the Saratoga Gap multiple times due to accidents and trees being down and rocks being on the road. You know, there's so many variables up here. And take it from a local, somebody who's lived up here since March now. You know, I've had the experience of living up here since, you know, the middle spring, right? March 1st was when I moved up here. It was raining super hard. You know, trees were coming down and power lines, and you know, roads were closed all the time. And then the summer opened up, right? You know, and the summer opened up, and it was great. You know, it was clean and clear and smooth roads and all that good stuff, right? But you know, eventually it stops, right? And right now is like the most dangerous time of the year because people are itching to ride. You haven't been riding that much all winter for the most part, you know, especially in the Bay Area because it rains a lot and it's pretty foggy, pretty cold, right? So you guys are itching to get up here. Well, you know, you gotta be careful. You know, you can't be messing around too much. You can go ahead. Yeah, you know, like, you can't be messing around too much. There's there's so much stuff up here. And then be respectful to the locals that live up here, because like I said, we're just trying to get home. We love seeing you guys up here. It's not that we don't want you guys visiting and having a good time, because everybody deserves to be having a good time up here. You really do. But you know, but if you're causing a ruckus, and you know, you're not thinking about the people trying to get home and just go about their day, you know, because you guys are up here for a couple hours and you go home, like out of sight, out of mind, right? You guys don't care anymore when you guys go home. Well, I ask you guys to care a little bit. Come up here and care about the communities that live up here, that clean the roads, that make it possible. Go ahead. Because, you know, we're the ones that have to drive and ride this road every single day, right? Like, you know, we don't have a choice, right? Like, I can't come back next weekend because I have to do this every day. So, you know, and I work at a hospital, so you know, sometimes on the weekends I still have to commute to and from work, as do a lot of other residents that live here. So, you know, don't make our ride and commute even longer than it already is. And sure, yeah, it's our choice to live up here, I get all that, but it's your choice to not ride like a dumbass either, or drive like a dumbass and cause accidents. And it might not be you, it might be somebody else that runs into you. But again, it's still like the same concept, right? Like, you know, you still shouldn't be fucking around so much up here. And you know, and come through and just ride it, you know? Just ride it. Like I said, I love it. I love speed just as much as you guys. I love running through this stuff and leaning my bike over. I absolutely get a kick out of it too, you guys. And I'm lucky enough to do this every single day if I want to. Absolutely lucky enough to do this every single day if I want to. But my ultimate goal is to make sure I can do this bad boy again. You know, I don't want my bike in the shop getting worked on. I want to ride it. You know what I mean? I want to ride this bad boy. Man, it probably sound great. See, he was, you know, that guy was hauling ass, but I'm just right there, right? Like, and I was not even trying, you know? You don't have to do all that. Good for him though, because there was no traffic, right? So he knew he can, and that part of the road luckily was really clean and clear. So good for him. I'm not mad at that at all. More power to him, because he had the ability and he had the free road to do it. But again, you guys, on the weekend, you guys gotta really be careful, because these roads are going to be filled with visitors and other people just like you who want to ride and have a good time. So don't go and mess it up for everybody else, please. You know, there's more and more sheriff and CHP presence. The more you guys keep messing around up here, the more the locals are going to start calling cops on you guys, okay? Do you guys think about that, you know? Realize that stuff. They're gonna be like, hey, you know, I seen this group of cars hanging out at the Vista Point, and they just blew by my house on Highway 9 doing 100 miles an hour, right? That's how easy it could be for them to call the police on you guys, the authorities on you guys, right? And you guys can wreck, and you guys might be able to be like, oh no, there was an animal in the road or something, right? Well, guess what? There's blowers out here who probably seen you hot dogging it around corners and stuff, and they could be a witness and be like, nah, he was just driving stupid, he just spun out on his own, right? So, you know, don't take that chance. Like I said, I love seeing you guys up here. I love seeing all the supercars and the super bikes and all the little hopped up imports. All that stuff is great. I absolutely love it. That's why I moved up here, was to live up here and experience that stuff. So I still want to see you guys coming up here all the time. Just be smarter about it. You know, don't be so reckless. Just don't be so reckless. Oh, there's a bunch of guys up here, you know. Oh man, RX-7. But yeah, you guys, that's where I'm gonna end my video, at the skid pad, aka Vista Point, one of the most popular sites up here in the San Lorenzo Valley. People love coming up here, and I hope to see you guys up here too. On a safe note though, right? Do it right. Get up here, hang out, show off your ride, show off your bike. We'd love to see it. Absolutely would love to see it. Until next time, have a good day. Peace.